George, you have like 30 seconds. Right? Talk fast, man. George Toshio Johnston. I've known him for a long time because he used to work in Denver and radio, right? Radio news. And he's a writer and editor who began his print journalism career at the PC, at the Pacific Citizen. And his resume also includes stints at the Daily Journal Corp, Pasadena Star News, San Gabriel Valley Tribune, all media news group newspapers, and the Orange County Register, soon to be probably a media news group newspaper, and the Hollywood Reporter, where he served for 12 years and held the title of senior online news editor. And he also was the editor for Yolk magazine. Some of you might remember that, Asian American magazine. And he is a regular media columnist for the Rafu Shimpo since 1992, which qualifies as forever. And in the past, he's been active in JACL, AAJA, MANA, the Media Awareness Network for Asian Americans, Action Network, Asian Americans, and which he conceived and co-founded. And he's a founding member of the Writers Guild of America's Asian American Writers Committee, graduate of the UCLA School of Theater, and man, it's a long resume. So you can read it in the thing. And George, your 30 seconds starts now.
Minasan konnichiwa. Okay, I've gotten my obligatory Japanese out of the way. That's about the extent of what I know. No, just kidding, but almost. Yeah, that's right, that too. And Gil is correct. We actually did know each other back in Colorado. I've got a cassette tape somewhere of an interview I conducted with you for a trial, if you will, of a radio program I was trying to do for the local NPR affiliate. And I interviewed you, and I interviewed a few other folks, Min Yasui, and I still have those on tape, and I'm using them for blackmail purposes. So. Anyway, I'm sorry, I don't have a big fancy slideshow here, but before I get going too far, I just want to point out a couple people in the audience. My partner in business with the Nikkei Nation.net site, Susan Yokoyama, the associate publisher. Take a stand, please. Okay. A lot of people probably know Susan. Also in the audience, my parents, who are here from Japan, Jim Johnston, Toshio Johnston. You don't have to stand if you don't want to. You can just wave. But just for your information, my father's actually from Los Angeles. He was born at City of Angels Hospital. He grew up in what used to be called Pico, then it became Pico Rivera, and then he joined the military and got the heck out of here. My mother's actually from Sendai, so my sister and I were very concerned about them. They live in the Tokyo area, but with the quake and then the tsunami and then, of course, the nuclear radiation problem, we said, why don't you get out of there for a little while? So luckily for us, or for me and my sister, they were able to join us here today. So thanks for coming and joining me here. Let's see. Yeah, I did know Gil back in Colorado. I considered him, is my 30 seconds up now? Okay. I did consider him kind of a senpai, to use an old karate term, because when I was a journalism student at the University of Colorado, there was a publication called Westward, kind of like how LA Weekly is out here. He was one of the few people who actually had, that I recognized, maybe outside of Bill Hosokawa, that, there's a Japanese surname on a byline. I was like, wow, who is this guy? This is great. And, he wrote about music and concerts, and he was just one of those hipper than anybody else in the room kind of guys. So it's really cool to be able to be on a panel moderated by Gil. As mentioned, I do write a column in the Rafu Shimpo. I'm told I'm the second most popular columnist in the Rafu. We all know who the number one is. I don't know if he's here today, and I'm not talking about Guy Aoki. But I've been doing that for many years. Gil kind of talked a little bit about my background, my professional background, and I was at the Hollywood Reporter for many years. I was the first full-time employee of the website there. And you can kind of say that that probably planted the seeds for me getting the idea to do Nikkei Nation, because I really did realize the power and reach of the so-called internet and the web. So as Gil also mentioned, the newspaper industry has been in trouble the last few years. I was the victim of one of those cutbacks at the Hollywood Reporter, and finding some time on my hands, I decided, well, you know, why not do the Nikkei Nation idea, since really the web does put a lot of power in the capabilities in the hands of just a few people. It is a very small operation. It is just Susan and me, and we're hoping that we can turn it into something, because I think there's still a lot of potential that has yet to be met, even by the Rafa Shimpo with all its resources. I think that the web still has a lot of potential that, especially when you consider the global and national reach of a website. There's a lot of work to be done, however. I don't have a whole lot more, because I know we're short on time, but I just want to make this pitch before I give the stage back to Gil. If anybody is interested in subscribing to the NikkeiNation.net website, come see me afterward, and you get a copy of my award-winning DVD, Going for Honor, Going for Broke, as part of your subscription. Yes, you do. So, yes, it did win an award at the Tokyo Video Festival in 2007. So anyway, that's all I have. I'll keep it short and move it along. And Gil, it's back to you.
It's a very powerful little documentary, or movie. So it's well done. I'm glad that it got an award.